this is Jill from Paper Daisy Crafting. Thank you for joining me today. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in the UK. And thank you too to joining me for my card making for beginners series. I think we're on number 31 today. And today we're going to be talking about blending backgrounds. We're going to talk about these really lovely soft blended backgrounds that I've done on these cards. And how I've done them is by using our new blending brushes. These come in a 3-pack. And they are, I don't know if you can see how fine the hairs are in there. Can you see those? I'm hoping the camera is picking that up. They're so fine and so soft. And you get these beautiful, beautiful soft areas of colour using them. So I just thought we'd do a quick video showing you how to use them. Might inspire you. Really beautiful background. So a very simple technique that I've used. You can do all sorts of things with these blending brushes. I'll be doing more things with them as time goes on, but I thought I'd start with something very simple today. So what I've done here is I've used this stamp set, A Touch of Ink, which is one of our free celebration items. If you spend £90 or more, you can choose this stamp set absolutely free, which is great. It's a double stamp set, so you get these outline images that I've used today, and then you get these fill-in ones as well, and then some lovely sentiments too. So really good value for money. Well, good value for being free. Actually, it's not a good value for money, but a really useful and versatile stamp set. I've used it loads already, but today I'm using it to make these cards. And what I've done is I've blended the backgrounds and then just stamped in the same colour ink as I've used for the background one of the outline images, and it just gives this tonal sort of just monochromatic image, which I think is really lovely. So let me show you how I did it. So I used Rococo Rose for my butterfly, I used Pear Pizzazz for my leaf, and I used Highland Heather for my flower. So today I'm going to use Coastal Cabana, and I'm going to do the hummingbird. So I'm going to take a piece of scrap paper, because you will need somewhere to take off excess ink off your blending brush. I don't want to ruin my grid paper. So we're going to use a piece of scrap paper. I've got my card blank made already here. These are my cards are the size of our note cards. So the envelopes that go with our note cards, I've got one here somewhere. These will slip inside those really nice and neatly. So the measurements that you'll need are 17.6 centimetres by 12.4 centimetres is what I've cut mine to, and then I scored at 8.8. If you're working in inches, this is 4.78, and no, it's not. This is 7 by 4 and 7/8, so 7 inches. No, yes, 7 inches by 4 and 7/8, and then you score at 3.5. And the panel that we're going to use to put on top of our card blank is 8 3 centimetres by 11. Can't read my writing. 11.1, does that say? Let me just get my ruler out and measure that again. Can't read what I've written there. Oh, I've done that one. 8.3 by 11.9. That's a 9. It's a very strange 9. Don't think I can really understand that says 9. There we go. And then in inches, that's 3 3/4 by 4 5/8. So you'll just get a little border all the way around there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Coastal Cabana. So I'm using the same colour as my card blank, so it's all going to tone. And what I'm going to do, put this all on here, is I'm going to dip my brush in the stamp pad, and you will see it will pick up some ink. Now, because I don't want that really dark ink on my pad, I'm just going to stamp it off a couple of times. And then, so it's easier to start with less ink on it and add more than start with too much and ruin it. So you just want a very light touch, and you go from the centre, and you'll see it hardly looks like I'm laying down any colour at all, but it is beginning to show. So I'm just going to tap it again, tap it off, and then start again from the centre. Very easy technique, beautiful. I actually learned as I was doing this the other night. They got better as I did them, because I think at the beginning I tried to use too much ink. But you don't need very much ink at all. And you can just keep adding according to how much ink you want. Actually, I'm going to turn this round. I'm going to do a bit more over here. And I'm going to move it up a little bit because I want the image to be further up than down. But you can just adjust as you go. Just keep adding more and more ink. And just do it very gently so that you don't overpower it. But get very, very soft edges and a lovely graduated colour. And I think that's probably enough. I don't want to do any more. I don't want to spoil it. Go over it again and just smooth all those edges out. And that's all there is to it. Your brush will have some colour on it. And all I did to clean mine, don't know what I've done with it. Oh, there it is. I've got a very, very dirty chamois here. But all I did to clean mine with this very little amount of ink on it was I just rubbed it over my chamois and most of the ink came off. If any remained, then you could run it under the tap gently. There we go. And there's no ink coming off there now, although they're a little slightly marked, but there's no ink coming off there. So really easy to clean as well. And then I'm going to take my hummingbird and I'm just going to stamp my hummingbird image over where I've done my blending in the background there. So just take my hummingbird. I think I want him straight and I want him slightly more towards the top than the bottom because I want to add a greeting, a sentiment. There. Oh, beautiful. Lovely. That's a lovely image. These are such great stamps. Stamped so nicely. There we are. And then all I'm going to do, I need that still. And I'm just going to take the Best Wishes stamp from the stamp set, same stamp set, and stamp that at the bottom. Like so. And then I've got a little set of 4 note cards, which would make, oh, I haven't finished yet. Now I need to glue it on. Rushing ahead. Let's find my Tombow. So, open that up a bit. Just glue it down with Tombow and then you're done. So very, very quick to do. You could get all your card blanks and panels cut beforehand and then very, very quickly produce a little set of 4 note cards, which would make a great gift for anybody. You could make a little box to put them in if you wanted. But that blending background just makes them. It's just a really lovely technique and I can see loads of other ways of using these blending brushes. Ironically, I just thought about buying some off Amazon when these came into the catalogue because I'd seen a lot of people on other videos using them, and then Stampin' Up almost read my mind and brought them into the catalogue. There we go. How lovely is that? Very, very simple. Very, very, I love that. Really nice. And I'm not really one for having birds and things on cards, but I do think that's pretty. So we've got a whole set here. Whole set of cards with very pretty blended backgrounds. And just a simple best wishes, so it could be for anything, and a simple line image is all you need. And you could use any stamps, to be honest, to do this. It doesn't have to be this stamp. This stamp set works particularly well, but you could use any of your line image stamps to do that. So it's a very, very quick little video today, but I hope you've enjoyed seeing these, and I hope you might be tempted to buy the blending brushes. They really are lovely. And I can see I'm going to get a lot of use out of mine. I'm really going to use them a lot. So anyway, that's it from me today. Don't forget about the celebration that I made mention of at the front. At the beginning, if you spend £45 or more, you can choose things from our celebration brochure. A couple of things cost £90. You have to spend £90, which one is this set, and another one is a set of fruit-based papers and a stamp set, a bundle. But most of them are available for £45 spend. So you could get a free stamp set or a free set of papers. Absolutely lovely. That's it from me today. Link to the shop below if you want to go and shop. But meanwhile, I will be back very soon with another card making for beginners. Please join me then. Bye for now.